Hear this song through the winter skies. Sing, Bach, sing. Let the wind lead. Why? Hear the mellow die. Boxings, boxing. So we have. I can't see if this is working, but before it worked, so I came. My computer's falling apart. Right after I sent a message, this is an affidavit. This is a video affidavit because the police forms and singular police departments with at least two retired Weathersfield police chiefs involved with the same house and places associated with them, etc., involved time with foreign nations and overt criminal enterprises and private ones. Where and how that's right, one of the things correlated simultaneously collusions with interbranch names and the difference of that and intelligence tied to them, like whiting forensics, for example. Timed roles with insidious names and instances syntactically associated with the body dumping spots of different, totally different killings, like the body dumping spot of Billy Grasso. And on Facebook, see the differences of Facebook's roles or of the FBI's roles or of Connecticut's courts roles. They're fabricating what's recorded. When they say call the police, you'd think that would be normal. If you call the police if you know anything. When all these murders, even if they made them all up, for example, even if they made up the witch trials were about slavery. They are about slavery. We know that's one of the things that were all about all the ways. And that's about also where and how they assign black and white, black people's whites of eyes to mean other than what nature communicates with that. Increasingly, because now increasingly it's demonstrating also a breaching method that came before modern countries A through Z. And that's increasingly positive to admit. And when I say admit, because other things, others ourselves, it engineered, it propagated, blamed on other things, others ourselves, things that it caused. And that was defended because now nature's going to demonstrate that too. So everyone's learning to speak for the law. For example, I'm not a lawyer, not a police form, not a journalist, not a licensed journalist. But the journalists have been putting news predicate acts, but because of the way the intelligence unfolded, originally and still, for example, when everyone was child abused, sickly distinctly, to measure and maintain how sickly non-distinctly. Everyone's self-value roles keep communicating other things, others ourselves, blame for the breach, for things our founders communicated for us to blame on the breaching method. Our founders left us to understand certain things about, about the world, about how why the portion of our founders who were not Native Americans and Native Americans, that effort of themselves fighting with themselves on how to adapt. Because now the science is individually grouped together. Their names are no longer allowed to be used the way they are, hyper-native, pure, and where and how they answer our questions and they tell us, they communicate. Revelations come with this. We have the same color eyes, while simultaneously we have different color eyes. And there are exceptions. Some people have the same, with the exception nature. Now we note this with the other species volumes. We know individual group difference /S, species difference. See, this is being used for hypercorrelation, which comes further with the addition this thing now. Okay, thank you, people. So, and what to do in Palestine? First thing, countries A through Z have to understand. This is a method that's exploiting how the identity works. And it knew that it, it built what can't afford to have demonstrated, that which was appreciated by the ancients, that which our languages were revealed to teach. There are no excuses. So, the way the nature of logic at each age of correlation nature has stayed this way is relative to where and how no one had free speech. So one must teach box things. Thank you.